Hi, this is Joe Messina from Second String Leather Company. This week from Rinks Around the League, we have Mike Penhollow in studio. Mike's the video production manager with the Boston Bruins of the National Hockey League. Mike's been in the ice rinks all over the world, China, Europe, and even every NHL rink. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Mike's got a lot of great stories and a wicked Boston accent too that I'm sure you're going to love. Oh, before I forget, this Friday, February 28th, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Second String's releasing their newest collection number 4, with over 700 new pieces. Check us out on our website at secondstringleather.com. Again, February 28th, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's go.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. From seats 6 and 7 here in the Rinks studio, this is Rinks Around the League. This is my very special guest.
I'm 7. Sorry, man. You're doing such a great job.
Just
keep going.
I know. He is the videographer manager.
Video production manager. We'll call it what you said, though. I'm the video guy.
You said it.
I'm a video guy. That's all you need to know. I'm always behind the camera, never in front of it, so this is a first for me.
With the Boston Bruins, but
he's
taken some time off on his official capacity with the Bruins to come and talk as Mike Penhollow from Boston. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, man. Great coffee here in Edmonton, by the way.
Oh,
unbelievable.
Yeah, it's the best coffee in the world.
It's good coffee.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers to everyone watching at home. I know you are.
Mike, you and I, we've kind of crossed paths many times over the last 5-6 years.
Oh yeah.
Myself, obviously, with the Oilers, and Mike with the Bruins.
Yep.
We would cross paths every once in a while at NHL All-Stars, drafts, combines.
Yep.
Yeah, we've kept in touch since my departure from the league, but he's still slugging it out in the trenches following the Bruins. For our viewers who don't really know, you're the man behind the B kind of series. You shoot a lot. Admirably, you cover a lot of ground. You travel to different continents, different countries, covering a multitude of events. Maybe give the viewers just kind of a snapshot of kind of what you do with the club.
Yeah, so basically with the Bruins, I'm their videographer, so I'm here today on my behalf. Just kind of everything I say is the opinion of mine and not necessarily the views of my employer.
Fair enough.
Disclosure. You guys have it.
I'll put a disclaimer at the bottom.
Please put it there. Right. Breaking news. He speaks on his own.
Yes.
So anyways, so I'm here with the Bruins. Jeff and I, like you said, good buddies. And right now, basically whatever's happening with the team, there's always some kind of coverage that we need, whether it's social coverage, which our reporter Eric Russo typically will handle, which he does a great job between the on-camera and also reporting. And then myself, just like gathering video from the events. So whether it's games, practices, traveling on the plane, like anything and everything that you could possibly think of. If you asked me if I had footage of an albino squirrel walking through Boston Common, I can say yes, I have that footage, which I don't know why anyone would ever want that footage for a TV show. But I found this squirrel that just runs around Boston Common in downtown Boston.
Well, I'll make sure to tag this hashtag albino squirrel just to get the fans from all those people.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find the clip. It's somewhere. It's a beautiful shot. Like I didn't even know albino squirrels existed.
I didn't know that either. Now I know. Now I know you have the shot. I wanted to have you on the show because obviously you're one of the many but few tradespeople who have been to all the rinks in the league. But you've also done some international stuff, and I want to get to that in a little bit.
Absolutely.
Because you've been to China, you've been to Europe, all over U.S., Canada, and definitely want to get to that first. But first, I want to give our viewers a little bit of an update on some of the developments around TD Garden. I know they've changed the seats from black. They've kind of upgraded the screens.
Two black.
Or sorry, two black. Yeah, yes. Yeah. But the hub on Causeway, that's the newest greatest thing around TD Garden. So I've never been there. What's down there? If fans were going there, what could they see?
Honestly, you name it, they have it. They have everything from They just opened this brand new Star Market that's there too, that goes actually underneath the garden as well. Not underneath the garden, but kind of below ground.
Right.
So you go on the main floor, you go down the escalator, and then all of a sudden you're in this massive grocery store, and they have everything there.
Oh, cool.
So like lunch, if you're working at the garden that day or
Right.
walking through the area, you can pop in and grab a quick meal. It's unbelievable. So they have this restaurant, Banners, that basically they took the name from one of the locations in the garden and they moved it to bar space. So it's like a bar restaurant.
Okay.
Basically, it's above that Star Market I was talking about. But basically, they have the biggest TV in Boston.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of like in Buffalo, that 716. You know what I'm talking about? Where they have that giant TV.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a very, very, very big TV. You walk in, food's really good. They have Topgolf in it,
Oh, yes.
like a Topgolf simulator.
Right, okay.
So it's like, you know, they have the big screens and they have like zombie dodgeball or something
Oh,
too that you can
cool.
play. Like it switches out between like a few different things, but it's a pretty cool setup they have there. It's crazy how quickly that stuff came along. So 5 years ago at the garden, it was just a parking lot, right in
That's
front of
right.
the garden. It was like just stone wall parking lot. So they broke ground 5 years ago, just about, and they built this just magnificent like 2 skyscraper building in front of the garden, excuse me. And basically there's bowling alleys, there's clubs, there's anything that you could possibly think
That's
of
cool.
wanting to have. It kind of bridges the gap between like the north end and like there's a couple places before, or there were places before in front of the garden, but it really kind of expanded your options where it's kind of one-stop shop, and it's been pretty awesome so far.
That's cool. Yeah, I remember my first few years when we visited TD Garden, the player bus, the team bus, used to have to back up this really skinny, long
Oh yeah, that's the
ramp.
longest, skinniest ramp in the league.
and it's I don't know, it's kind of
They have talent.
scary. Like
Those-
the bus, the
Bussies had talent,
absolutely, and
have talent. They
It's-
still do it.
it would just at the
Vertical
time
too. It's like a ramp like
it's
this.
super steep. It's almost like a ski jump ramp. Like it's super steep, super narrow, and it's you're backing up and you're in the seat and you're kind of, you know, the G-force that you're kind of doing this,
G-force.
and then like you're going back up, and then all of a sudden you're in you're at
troposphere or
the
whatever.
the rink level. And then the last time I was at TD Garden, I noticed that there's actually, it wasn't a skinny ramp anymore. It was a skinny ramp surrounded by a lot of buildings. So obviously there's a lot of development happening there. So correct me if I'm wrong, they moved the Bobby Orr statue kind of in the middle of, I don't know where, but kind of in the middle of the hub?
Right in the middle of the hub, yeah.
Okay.
So throughout this whole process, Bobby's moved, I guess it's twice since I've been
Okay,
here. So it used to be all the way on, I guess, the left side, I would say. And then the next time it was in the park right in front of the Zachem Bridge. So all of them were great locations, but now he finally has his home right there at the center of the hub on Causeway, and it's pretty cool because it's such a grand entrance that it's, you know, I know everyone at the garden was pumped for how awesome the entrance was.
All right, so Mike, going around the rinks around the league, I released my top 10. I believe TD Garden was either 10 or 9th on my list of rinks you got to go to.
What kind of list? Buddy. Oh, man.
What?
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
What's some of your favorite? I don't know if you can say which one's your favorite off the hop. I'm sure TD Garden is up there, but like what are
Back in the day, it was the Joe, baby. Oh my gosh, so many games. Yeah, so I'm from Michigan originally.
Yep.
So growing
See, I like the Joe too, and people
hate on it.
People
Tom,
hate it.
Our buddy Tom Gazzola, hates on it.
When I grew up and I used to go to Rexall Place for games when I was a kid in the 80s. It was it was just hockey. Like there was no t-shirt tosses. There was no.
Yeah.
I don't even know if there was a real jumbotron when I grew up. And the Joe.
It was like those like the Daktronics, like orange and black
Yeah,
boards.
it was like
Probably. I don't know about hockey.
The
but
most
I
they
think
can do is like two hands clapping.
Yeah,
Like,
and
to,
then like the guy like just like.
But our good friend Chris Westcott, when we went to the Joe this last time, I was telling him he was kind of looking
Farewell,
around.
Joe.
and
R.I.P.
I was telling him that going to the Joe was almost exactly what it was like to go to a game in the 80s. Like it was just like a time machine. You were back. It was just hockey. There was no bells and whistles, which in some ways I appreciate because I think sometimes we go over the top on it sometimes.
Yeah.
But tell me about the Joe. You grew up in Michigan?
Yeah, I
Joe.
grew up in Michigan. Loved the Joe. This is funny. This is a dad story. So one of my favorite parts about going to games at the Joe was the entrance ramp or the exit to get like into the parking garage of the Joe. I don't know if you've ever had to do it. Probably not, since
No, we were on the bus.
you were on the bus
time,
doing all the fancy player things. But anyways, so my dad would always. It was a single lane ramp, but like there was tons of shoulder space on both sides. So my dad would just be like, "No, that's meant for 2 cars," and then he would just drive. He would just drive by everyone and just drive on the shoulder right up into the garage, and we'd be like, everyone else is waiting like a half hour, and then my dad would just buzz right around and be like, "Dad, what are you?" He's like, "Oh no, it's 2 lanes," and then it opens up 2 lanes later. But it was just like one of those things where it was a life hack. So, like a flashback in time to that life hack, but it was that. Obviously, that's a fond memory I have.
Yeah.
Peanut shells after the game.
Yeah.
We'd always get peanuts, whether it was Tigers games or Red Wings games. And my dad would always, he'd always get a bag of them. And we wouldn't eat them during the game. We would hold them for the car after. So we would always drive back in his Ford Escort. And then we would just open these peanut shells and like debris everywhere. And like we would just crack the windows, eat peanuts, and it was a great time. It was unbelievable memory. But so like that's a good memory. The banners, I think between there and the garden, TD Garden, they're just beautiful. Like you just look up and you're like, wow, that's history, And they did a great job at LCA and putting in like the new banners that kind of like come down during the anthem and everything. But it's different, but it's unbelievable. They just going to the games in the Joe, and I just remember like the last game we played there, or the last time the Bruins played there. I remember like standing on the bench and just looking up, like kind of like, hey, this is probably the last time. And then just looking at seats, I remember playoff games and just where you were going, and it was pretty. It's pretty awesome.
I like the wooden benches. The players' benches were wood.
Yeah, they were.
And I love that.
They were rickety.
They were rickety.
There was character. The building had a lot of character. And people can say what they want about it, but I'm always going to say I love that place.
Yeah, and it's the same with Rexall too, because I mean, growing up, I grew up going to games as a kid in Rexall, and I mean, that's why I got these bad boys.
That's why I'm seat number 7 right now.
Right. When you go to the rink, what's a rink that you like to work in, or you go to as like
functionality, like work-wise for me?
Or you just enjoy, you look around and you're like, it's really cool to be here.
When you're at a game at the Bell Center, that's pretty cool. Like especially Bruins Canadians, because
totally.
Like those games are pretty cool, and just like from a filming aspect, there's just like the seating so tight. So like I'm always on the glass somewhere. And just like kind of be down there, and it's kind of like dimly lit in the stands, and then like the show is on the ice, and it's a pretty cool venue to watch a game. Vegas actually, their setup is incredible. Like they did such a good job. Yeah. Just from I think it was like game 3 at home. It wasn't their home opener this past year. Yeah. But like the crowd was buzzing. Yeah. And I was expecting like, all Bruins fans, or not all Bruins fans, but I was expecting like 50% Bruins fans. Yeah. And I would argue that it was a pretty strong home crowd. Yeah. And it was cool, like just to be able to like be down there, and then their in-game production has grown more and more and more, which is pretty cool. I think if you're a fan looking to go a game in a new rink, Vegas isn't a bad spot. Yeah.
Let's move on to international stuff. So you had the chance to go to China, into Europe, out of season, in season. What are some highlights of some of the rinks outside of North America?
We were in China for the Global Series game last year, and that was awesome, man. Yeah. I mean, we played in Beijing and Shanghai. We got in both arenas, like full bowl, like it was like an NHL sized rink, right?
Right. Yeah.
So seating, the one thing that was different there was that they didn't have seats that went all the way down to the glass.
Okay.
So that's the one thing that I remember being like, this is really cool from a working perspective because I can walk all the way around, but also from a fan perspective, like it would almost be like that first row would be at the glass height. So
Right.
like it might work to an advantage because you can just kind of like yell over and heckle people if you wanted to,
Right.
but
Yeah.
so you could, but from a working standpoint, you could walk all the way around, right?
Right.
So, and you wouldn't have to,
Hop over
go
seats
back into the
or-
concourses and do all that. So
Right.
it was pretty cool that from a work standpoint, it was great for me. I loved
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So that was one takeaway that was like, oh, this is different.
What are the fans like there? Are they just as boisterous as
In
North
China?
America? Or
In China?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, the support was pretty cool. We even had some autograph seekers in China, which
Wow.
I thought that was pretty cool. Like, yeah, they just had fans that would like come by the hotel and like wait for the team to leave, and it was pretty cool.
That's
Like,
cool.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that the game's been growing that much has been pretty cool.
How has your Boston accent progressed?
Oh, it's pretty good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit me
Yeah.
with some Boston.
My
slang.
favorite line is always, "Hey, how are ya?"
That's pretty
No,
good.
like everyone just says, "Hey, how are ya?" And every time, and I'm just like, I love it, and I'll just say, I'll be like, "Hey, how are ya?" Well, it doesn't matter where I'm at. I'll be in China, I'll be in Prague, I'll be in Dublin, I'll be wherever.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'll just hit him with a "Hey, how are ya?" I think it's my favorite Boston expression.
Yeah.
And it's not even an expression; it's just a
Just
normal
your-
thing.
yeah.
But yeah, some people say, in the South you say "y'all," and in Boston you say, "Hey, how are ya?" But no, any other words you want me to say?
Some dunks. There's got to be some dunks references.
So I was over at Dunkin' the other day. I was there with my buddy Charlie. Charlie's like, "Hey, you should get one of these." And I'm like, "I don't need one of those, kid." And he's like, "Yeah, you do." And I said, "All right." So I drank the coffee and we moved on. That's all we did. All right. I don't know if that's Boston or what that is.
Oh wow.
But that was fun. I had fun doing that.
Yeah, that was good.
Was that making you laugh?
I tried some Boston slang at the end of my episode on TD Garden. Link
TD
down
Garden.
below.
It's TD Garden.
TD Garden.
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 It's Garden.
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 Like you're saying God. Garden.
God.
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 Garden. The garden.
Garden. That was really good. Do that again.
The garden.
That's
The
yeah,
garden.
that's pretty good.
I don't know.
No,
I'm
I
really
like,
horrible.
I like
at
that
accents.
one.
But I tried some slang on.
Vote
on the
here
internet,
to
but-
see who had the better Boston accent.
I'm not even compete with that.
Hey, how are you?
Speaking of which,
Just
let's
the A's, just to say a lot of A's.
let's flip on to some
What is that?
some photos. I'm
What
gonna,
iPad is that?
I'm gonna bring up. This is an oldie.
That
actually.
thing is massive. Do you do like art projects on that too?
I do Rinks around a league stuff on it for you.
Oh,
I'm gonna bring up some photos.
brought to you by iPad.
I'm gonna bring up some photos, and maybe you can do a little bit of deep dive into what's going on in these photos here. Looks like you get a little trim job there.
Look at that hairline. I actually have a hairline there. It's unbelievable. No, I'm so glad I didn't see these before the show. Yeah, so that's me at Cuts for a Cause. That's Patrice Bergeron shaving my head. That was like my first season. I look good there. Wow.
You look good every time. I wouldn't say your first season.
Honestly,
you look pretty good.
I mean the beard, the underneath the neck beard, I gotta lose. But no, so this was at Cuts for a Cause.
Okay.
We've now switched over to Pucks and Paddles. Basically, it's a charity event that the Bruins put on where everyone, the team participates to help raise money for the Boston Bruins Foundation. But basically, everyone on the team had their head shaved, and I just, of course, had those beautiful, luscious locks.
Yeah.
So that there's like, all right, this kid's got to shave his head. And then after we shaved it, both me and Ryan Spooner, we looked identical.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like they would always call me Spoons. Yeah, so after this haircut especially, like it was like we took a photo together. I don't know if you have that one queued up.
No,
I'll
have to look at that one.
I'll flip it to you
All
because
right.
it's an unbelievable photo.
Next one is not as embarrassing, but obviously this is a pretty cool, pretty cool moment there.
Winter Classic. The first one I was a part of, I was actually part of two. I was a part of the Winter Classic at Gillette,
Right.
and then the Winter Classic at Notre Dame Stadium, which was pretty awesome.
Pretty
that
cool.
one especially was incredible. Just the Peaky Blinders thing that the guys did, which was really great.
Right.
And obviously winning. When you win, it's huge. But
it's always good when you
game,
win.
Yeah, I think it's more fun when you win.
Yes.
But no, it was. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, that's just a picture of me.
Looks like
center
you're
ice.
one of the first one. Those look like fresh skate marks. You must have been the first one on that
Yeah,
logo,
yeah.
right?
I had my figure skates on. I was doing twirls center ice.
Last photo. I remember watching this game, actually. I remember Marchand's celly after he scored.
Oh,
won.
Conor McGregor.
But when you were in the corner, the broadcast camera kept panning to Conor, and you were always there. So someone snagged a photo of you and Conor.
Steve Babineau took that photo.
Oh, Babs. I know Babs.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Steve and Brian. Yeah, I know
Steve
them.
and Brian. Yeah. So Steve Babineau took that photo and he sent it to me. Yeah.
So he looks like he's got a righty and a lefty there. What's he doing with the sticks?
That was when Marshy did the celly. It was right around that time, so I think time was winding down. So those sticks, he picked up. There was a youth game that was going on.
Okay.
Before.
Yeah.
So they had like the intermission, like 3 minutes of fame kind of deal.
Right. Yeah.
So like all the sticks are like lined up with their hockey bags and everything. And then Connor spotted him. He's like, "Oh, I need some sticks." So he's like, yeah, just grabbing them. He's like banging them through like the thing, and just getting like fans riled up. And like it was really cool because he was just embracing the moment, and it was definitely one of the cooler things. And like it was an adrenaline rush. Like that game flew by.
It was pretty. Did he see the celly? Like, did he actually see it in person, or did you see that?
So you'd have to ask him exactly.
Okay.
But you can have him on next episode maybe.
Hey man.
Yeah,
Come on.
Notorious.
When you're in Edmonton next, come on over.
Come on over. Honestly, yeah, he'd probably love to be on your show. That guy, he's a man of the people. That guy, I love him.
Yeah.
He was awesome. He was really great to us, and it was one of the cooler things.
He obviously seems to suit Bruins hockey. Like when you look at him and the passion and then his obviously very briefly, but that marriage of him and the Bruins, obviously it kind of really resonates pretty well with Bruins hockey, right?
Yeah,
so.
I mean we have a pretty big Irish contingency in Boston too, so
yes.
A lot of people definitely love and respect that man.
All right, Mike. Well, I think it's about that time to take it over to the quiz. All right, Mike. We're on to the quiz. Are you ready?
No.
Have you studied your goal horns? How confident
are we doing
you
goal horns, or are we doing trivia?
We're gonna do the trivia first, but how confident are you with
goal horns? If you give me Columbus, I'm in. If you give me
Columbus is actually kind of if you hear the cannon, it's like
those
easy.
about to rock,
but the horn.
fire. We serve legend.
Number one, in the old Boston Garden, lights turned off twice during the Stanley Cup Finals in 1988 and 1990, involving the Bruins and the Oilers. First time was because of a power transformer blowing, and the second one was because of lights timer. Can you tell me who won each series?
Yeah, the Oilers did.
Oh, that's I like that. I like that trivia question there. I'm glad you knew.
Well, yeah, we didn't win the cup that year. If it was the finals. Otherwise, I don't know. I wasn't alive either. Like I said, that means I've fully adapted.
Hey, but you know what? The positive thing, you're 1 for 1. So you're going.
Are you always? Is this like Between Two Ferns with Zach Galifianakis? You just come on here and you just roast me now.
Yeah, I just roast you.
Hey,
now.
so who's the scruffy-looking camera guy that works for the Bruins? Penner, Penzi, Mike Penhollow. Looks
false.
Homeless. Yeah,
false. All right, question 2. You might know this one. Again, going to TD Garden. How many names has TD Garden gone through?
You're talking about the new garden.
Yep.
The new TD Garden.
Yep.
It has more name changes.
Than the years it's been in existence.
Really?
Like probably double.
It hasn't changed since I've been there.
Ooh.
So it hasn't changed in 5 years.
Any guesses?
6 years. Well, if it's more... See, this is going to be a ridiculous answer now.
33. 33 times.
You didn't let me go.
Oh, well, you look
33!
like 2 for 2! Yeah, so they auction names.
I was going to say 29.
29? Oh, you would have been close. All right, so this is more recent Bruins history. In 2011, the Bruins went on to win their 6th Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
They went to Game 7 against the Canucks.
Yep.
Tim Thomas earned a shutout, but who was credited for the game-winning goal?
Bergie?
Correct. All right, number 4. Let's take things outside. The Blackhawks lead the league with outdoor game appearances with 6.
Really?
But this team holds the league lead in outdoor wins with a perfect 4-0 record, despite never being listed as the home squad.
Pittsburgh?
Nope. Follow up? No?
Oh, yeah, let me follow it up.
It is in the Eastern Conference.
Outdoor games? The wheels are turning right now. Do you see smoke coming out of my ears yet?
I don't know.
I thought Pittsburgh was a good guess, no?
They are a good guess, but I think they've actually been in more than 4 games. I think.
Really?
I think so.
Montreal?
Nope. You just flew there from this morning.
Rangers?
The Rangers.
They played in 4 games?
They played in 4 and they won all 4.
No way.
4-0. Yep. All right. Last
Thanks for the trivia. It's always good to learn something.
There
Learn
you
something
go.
new every day.
That's what Rinks Around the League is all about, my friend.
I do appreciate it.
Last one. This one might actually be right up your alley because when you're a video guy and after you shoot video, you're always wondering how long is it until the airport to take off. So, which NHL rink has the longest distance between it and its nearest airport of which the team travels from?
Washington Capitals, hands down, and that's not even a question, and I'm right.
Well, okay, so this one has a little asterisk on it
I'm
because
right.
Washington
Edmonton's
is
second.
27.3 miles, but if you're playing in Anaheim and flying out of LAX, it is technically the longest at
Which one?
38.4 miles.
Which one?
Anaheim.
No, you're talking about distance.
Yeah,
I'm talking about time on the bus.
well, it depends.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I'm going
it's
distance.
always Washington.
Yeah.
Always. We were on the bus for an hour and a half.
I'm going distance.
Hour and a half.
Yeah.
There was traffic
Yeah,
at 11 o'clock at night.
that is
Hour and a half.
It's always long.
We got into Florida at like 4 a.m.
But I'm going distance in terms of miles. What's the shortest?
Ooh. Ooh.
Distance, not time. Just want to.
Might be Boston.
It was before this team came on.
Oh, so Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas is right there.
Vegas is 2.1 miles and Boston is 2.6
Yeah,
miles.
it's close.
Yeah. All right. 5 goal horn quiz. So I'm going to play you the goal horn, and this is brought to you by Famous Goal Horns, and they paired it up with the goal celebration song, and these are last year's goal horns. Number 1.
Train horn. Jersey?
No, we were just talking about this place.
We talked about a lot of places. Oh, Winnipeg?
Yes.
Oh, it's Winnipeg.
The Winnipeg Jets.
What did I say? Jersey?
He said Jersey. That's okay. Let's try.
Oh, man, that's a tough one for me. That's a tricky one.
There's a couple train horn ones that are kind of similar. And
I don't
tricky.
even know if Jersey sounds like that. Because I wanted to say, I remember hearing that song and be like, oh, yeah, this is like, you can kind of sing along to it, like make fan noises to it.
Yeah.
I think those are the best ones,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Anytime, like you get the, when you're at the garden, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah.
or like that one, or
Or like
Chicago's is infamous. I love Chicago's.
Chicago's is awesome. And then
Da, 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 da. Don't play.
Yeah.
I can't keep saying all the ones I know because you're gonna come on here and you'll be like, "Well, he knows all these.
I'm gonna switch
Let's
them
play
up."
Winnipeg's."
all right, let's go for number 2.
So Red Wings.
Huh?
Red Wings.
Detroit.
One
did-
for
you did
one
get it.
or 1 for 2.
All right, ready?
Yeah, 1 for 2.
All right, here's number 3.
Oh,
That should give
Nashville.
it away. There you go.
oh.
All right, number 4. Let's go.
Somebody call the fire department. This is Dallas.
Nope. Whenever I hear the beginning of this one, I just think of someone jumping in the glass every time.
Somebody jumping in the glass?
Where's number 8?
Oh, this is Capitals?
Yep. Washington Capitals.
So now the answer is Washington.
I thought you were like that. You want a good one, hey? And
hit me with a banger.
Okay.
Give me something
right.
I don't know.
Okay, all right.
And if I don't like it, I'll have you redo it and we'll shoot it again.
All right, well, you should get this one.
It's honestly Columbus. Like, what?
That was an easy one. Ended with a bang. Columbus, bang. You said ended with a bang. I ended it with a bang.
No. That cannon.
Before I let you go,
Yeah.
let's talk about what you got going on. You got a brand new podcast with Mr. Tom Gazzola.
That's right. Yeah, previous guest of yours too.
Oh,
Right?
yes.
Yeah, and legend, part-time legend, full-time beauty, Tom Gazzola and myself. We launched a podcast in the last month or so, and we've got 2 episodes out already. We recorded our 3rd one, launching that soon, probably around the same time this episode launches. So
Nice.
Stay tuned for that.
Yes.
Follow me, Penzi 24/7. It's all over. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout. You look it up anywhere, you'll find it. It's got a great following so far. It's been actually really cool, similar to your show, where just people from around the league can really appreciate the kind of different topics.
Yep.
And we did best pillows, and there's just like random little things, right? Like decorative pillows, like how much bacteria is on those things. So you just like, you walk into the hotel room, you get in at like 2 a.m. Get that thing out of here. What's been on that? What's been living on that thing? So like you get in there, and it's just like, oh my gosh. But no, so we have some really fun stories that we get to share, and then it's cool hearing from other people, because we'll talk to people. We want to have you on at some point soon, if you'd love to.
Oh, well, we'll see.
Yeah. But anyways, Tom and I, we I get along with Canadians sometimes. So,
We're nice people.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool, because we have Boston and Edmonton connection, and then we also talk to people who do what we do and are affiliated in some way around the league, and have worked in the NHL in some capacity, and it's been pretty cool. It's been a lot of fun. People have been loving it, so thanks for everyone who has done that, and let's keep promoting this guy's show, because he's doing great stuff here. Like, this set is beautiful. He built this. He built this himself.
But hey, Mike, thanks for coming on, man.
No, thanks
appreciate
so much.
it.
Yeah.
Always glad to catch. It's always awesome to catch up, and
Absolutely.
next time we'll have to meet up when it's not so bloody cold out.
Honestly, it's nice and warm in here. These lights and these seats. You got to throw on a movie or what?
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
Go. Actually, next time, if I could please request popcorn.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Big popcorn guy.
All right.
I can bring it.
Well,
just gotta be eating
I brought the coffee,
You did have coffee.
Next time I'll bring it.
Yeah, I'm kind of a prima donna.
All right, that does it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, bud.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks
for
for
watching.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thanks.